How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Crypto Unveiled channel. In today's video we are of course going to be talking about Bitcoin Cash. Make sure you guys do stay to the end of the video because I will be giving a full price prediction on what I believe is going to be happening with Bitcoin Cash and why I believe Bitcoin Cash has such a huge potential to be one of the top cryptocurrencies within the cryptocurrency market. Before we do get started in the video though, I'd just like to say, of course, this is not financial advice. Make sure you go out and do your own research and come to your own conclusion before investing into any coins that I mention in my videos. With that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. So, Bitcoin Cash. We are talking about Bitcoin Cash today is because the reason why we are talking about it, is because it has been pumping so much recently. I mean, the last few years, I haven't heard much about Bitcoin Cash at all. And then suddenly out of nowhere, some big news came about with Bitcoin Cash. And the coin has actually pumped very, very heavily. I'm sure you guys will have actually seen there has been loads of hype about Bitcoin Cash coming out of nowhere because of this big news, which we'll get into in a second here. If we do go ahead and look at Bitcoin Cash, you can see that the current price is just over $283 per coin, and it's up over 9% on the day. You can see that the fully diluted market cap is just shy of $6 billion, and you can see the 24-hour volume is extremely high at over $1.5 billion. If we look at the 1 month chart, or sorry, we go to the 1 yearly chart, this will actually show you how stagnant Bitcoin Cash has actually been, and then suddenly it has had a huge spike. You can see here on about the 17th of June, it just basically went parabolic and spiked really high. I mean, it basically tripled in price over the course of about a week just because of this big news that it actually had. If you guys don't know what the big news I'm talking about, and this is the big news. So Bitcoin Cash was basically listed on a very big exchange. So with today's 17% gain, BCH, Bitcoin Cash, has now more than doubled in a week since it was listed on EDX Markets, a new crypto exchange backed by financial heavyweights. So Bitcoin Cash surged to a fresh 1 year high early Monday, extending its rally to more than 100% in 1 week, guys. Being one of the 4 cryptocurrencies listed on the institutional backed crypto exchange EDX market. So this is huge news for Bitcoin Cash because, like I said, I basically thought that Bitcoin Cash was basically dead. I mean, Bitcoin Cash has been stagnant for a very long time, as you can see here. If we, over the last year or basically the last 2-3 years, Bitcoin Cash has been very stagnant. I mean, even in the bull market, it did have a slight run up. If we look at it here, it did have a slight run up in the Bitcoin in the bull run here, up to the high was just over $1,500 per coin. But ever since then, you can see that it really dropped. Of course, we're in a bear market, so that is to be expected. But it did drop, and it's been extremely stagnant. I mean, you can see, guys, here the amount of just no volatility in this coin at all. And to be honest with you guys, I did sort of forget about Bitcoin Cash. I used to really like Bitcoin Cash. It was one of my top altcoins that I was heavily passionate about and saw great potential. But then, like I said, it went very stagnant. I mean, you can see it had a huge spike up in 2017. And then, of course, it died down and it went stagnant up until the bull run. But we'll get into that a bit more in a second here. Why I believe, so basically the final part of the video here will be me talking about my price prediction for Bitcoin Cash. So my price prediction for Bitcoin Cash is that it will actually be pumping again, even much higher than the current pump that is at the moment. I mean, I believe that the news that just came out about Bitcoin Cash, it reignited that fire that Bitcoin Cash investors had. It just built a little bit of hype back around Bitcoin Cash again because, like I said, Bitcoin Cash was very stagnant for a long time, and basically, I'm sure a lot of investors, they sort of forgot about this coin. So them being listed on, I mean, they were one of 4 cryptos to be actually listed on one of these big institutional backed crypto exchange, the EDX markets. So it done really well to be one of the 4 there. And yeah, so it was great for it to be listed because, like I say, it just reignited that spark there and just got people hyped about Bitcoin Cash again. And of course, that little bit of hype, gained a lot of traction, and a lot of people actually bought into Bitcoin Cash just from FOMO, fear of missing out. But another reason why I believe that Bitcoin Cash has a really good potential in the future is not only because I see a great value in the coin. I believe that this coin has great use cases, which we'll get into more in a second here. But if you guys didn't know, that the halving is actually coming up for Bitcoin Cash. I believe that this will be one of the biggest reasons why Bitcoin Cash will be actually, will actually pump up so high in, you know, I mean, even before here. So yeah, I mean, you guys know Bitcoin halvings, or sorry, any halvings on a coin, it basically means that the mining difficulty for the coin actually goes up. So basically the amount of coins that are actually being mined drops, and of course that is dropping the supply. And if the demand stays the same, or, you know, hopefully goes up, that of course increases the price of the coin. Normally we see around halvings for Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash or Litecoin or whatever, just before the halvings we start to see Bitcoin Cash, sorry, not Bitcoin Cash, any coin which halves, start to see it pumping up, just from the fact that, you know, it gets a lot of hype around it, and of course the supply is of course dropping. So yeah, like I said, this is great for Bitcoin Cash, because this little bit of well, it's not really little, it's big bit of news, like I said, reignited that spark and got people actually interested in looking at Bitcoin Cash again. And I'm sure a lot of people looked at Bitcoin Cash and thought, oh, I didn't actually realize that Bitcoin Cash is actually going to be halving in 210 days, because of course Bitcoin Cash is a fork off of Bitcoin. If you guys, I'm sure you guys know what Bitcoin Cash is, but it is of course a fork off the original Bitcoin, just because you know, as Bitcoin got older, it of course got slower, so they thought they'd make Bitcoin Cash as a bit of a more modernized alternative to Bitcoin. So apart from the halving going down in 210 days, which I see you know, having a huge effect on Bitcoin Cash very positively, we also have the fact that Bitcoin Cash is very similar to a lot of other coins which are having a lot of hype at the moment. So if you guys didn't know about one of the main other coins which I've been highly talking about and you know, really pumped about, is actually going to be Casper. I've seen loads and loads of different people talking about Casper recently. They are basically saying it's going to be like one of the next big cryptocurrencies, just from the fact that it has fast transactions and security and scalability. And of course this is very similar to Bitcoin Cash. So I believe what's going to be happening with Bitcoin Cash next year is, of course, because the halving is going to gain even more hype around Bitcoin Cash, but it's also the fact that people are going to be investing into Casper and are actually going to be seeing these similarities between Bitcoin Cash and Casper. And of course, people who are actually new to cryptocurrency are actually going to be looking at Casper and see that it's not actually been released for a very long time. And of course, having a track record behind it, you know, it doesn't really, sorry, no track record behind Casper, you know, because it's been out very, you know, it's been not out for a very long time. That sort of sways and knocks a lot of confidence of investors, whereas they can look at a similar alternative, Bitcoin Cash, and it even has, of course, the trademark name at the start of it, Bitcoin, which basically everybody knows. You don't even have to be into crypto for it. They see that Bitcoin Cash also does a similar thing, and also a lot of people are talking about it and will be making similarities between that and Casper. And I'm sure a lot of people would prefer to go with a coin that has a more, you know, a more confidence, a bit more confident around it, just from the fact that it's been going for a longer time. And of course you've got the Bitcoin on the start of it, which a lot of people who aren't into cryptocurrency and don't understand it as much might be more willing to actually get involved with it. And apart from that, guys, that will actually be the video. Make sure you comment down below what you think about Bitcoin Cash. You know, are you going to be investing in it? Are you not going to be investing? Just let me know down in the comments. Of course, if you aren't subscribed, make sure you do hit that subscribe button, because we like to post daily crypto news about everything cryptocurrency. And of course, hit the like button if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace.